Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I made this fruit blind bag with all these cute little fruits on there. I actually made these into stickers. I think I'm going to make them on to like a sticker sheet, kind of like the same way that I did the little sauce one recently. But loads of people have been asking me to do a fruit paper squishy blind bag, so here I am. Here are the variations. So we got the grape, watermelon, little blueberry, an orange, a strawberry, and then a banana as well. I've also made the paper squishy inside, and you'll see that as well. You could do any of these variations, like use any of the designs if you're going to be making this. But yeah, let's just get stuck straight on into it. I do want to say a huge thank you to the request that came in for this one. So if you have any future requests for videos that you want to see on this channel, not just paper squishies, any types like clay videos or anything you just find that's weird and funky, you want me to maybe have a take on it, have something that you haven't seen before, then definitely ask down below in the comments, because I do read them all. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, as I would love to have you here. And I'm just going to get started with the tutorial. I'll be opening this in a short to come, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. So to start off with, I took an A4 piece of printer paper, just regular printer paper. I folded it in half and started colouring around about halfway down that sheet, the folded sheet that is. I started with this light blue colour in my new pens, which are the Pro markers by Winsor & Newton. Really like these. These alcohol markers. I buy them one at a time and they are working out fabulously so far, building up my colours. So today's video I'm using these colours here, which are, let me tell you the colours, let me get them on my desk. They are lavender and cool aqua, these two colours, and I blended them in the middle to create this nice like ombre effect. I'm still learning how to use them, but I think it turned out fairly well considering it was my first time. Anyway, I designed these little stickers on Procreate and then I stuck them down. You can just draw these on if you want to. I just did like 6 different fruit designs, so the orange, strawberry, banana, watermelon, a little blueberry, and then grapes there. I think I'm going to release these as stickers maybe when I reopen my shop, along with the sauce ones that I did in a previous design. Really like them, so I definitely have all the graphics to go now for the stickers because they're already designed. I printed those out on my printer, cut them out. I actually cut them out by hand and then just stuck them on. Then I wrote the word fruit along the top. I did actually do this with a Sharpie pen, and I started off with a U so I could get it nice and centered, and yeah, I just went from there, basically just doing the bubble text, filling it in, and then added some shadows around the edges using a darker purple Sharpie. I then wanted some white highlights, so instead of using a paint pen, recently I've been using white acrylic with teeny tiny like nail art brushes. That's been working out just fine and nice and kind of like opaque as well. So I've been using my favourite white acrylic, and that is the PBO Studio acrylic in titanium white. It's the perfect white acrylic. I just love that. So I added on some little sparkles, some little circles, and like some little hoops, and then some dots around to make like a cute like glittery like effect. I don't know, I really like it. I did also add some darker purple like decoration stuff to the top of the bag, just like a scalloped edge, and I coloured that in as well, and that was pretty much all I did for the blind bag. I set that aside whilst the paint dried, because obviously I didn't want that to smudge when I put the tape on it. So yeah, I put it aside and then I got to work on the actual paper squishy. So the paper squishy design I decided to do inside of this little bag was the banana, because I really like that. I absolutely loved, by the way, the little blueberry design that I did, so I'm going to be using that in another DIY coming soon, don't you worry. But yeah, I did do the banana. So this one here, again, as I said, with a yellow Pro marker this time. This one here was called Buttercup. Buttercup is the name of this pen. So I just went in and drew out the outside of that with the kind of like thin nibbed edge, and then I went in and just coloured it in with the broad tip. I added some shading on it, added some little lines for some texture and stuff, and that dried down really nicely. But once I had like the base bit kind of drying of the alcohol marker, I then cut out the bag. So that was kind of like half of that A4 sheet. Both of the squishy bag and the squishy themselves are from one A4 piece of paper. I know, amazing. So I got the outline done of the banana and then cut it out of the folded sheet so that I had the front piece and the back piece, and then on the back piece I just coloured that in the solid kind of colour of the buttercup shade, just with the broad tip, and then just added some shading on that as well. Once I had done that, basically the alcohol marker had mainly set, like mainly dried down. So I took I'll tell you all the names, by the way, just in case you want to buy these, but this is the caramel Pro marker I used for the brown on the tip of the banana there. I just put that on both of the ends, and again, going back in with some white acrylic paint, I just painted on some circles to make the eyes. I did this with another nail art brush. I always find tiny ones better to buy nail art brushes or like modeling brushes. Modeling brushes are actually usually more expensive, so I tend tend to stick to nail art brushes now just because they're teeny tiny, and also they come in the cutest designs. So yeah, all mine are pink or glittery and stuff, so I really like that. And once the white had dried, I then painted in the black on the eyes and then a mouth in between that, as you can see. So cute. Again, I just left this to dry. I went in with another craft whilst I was waiting for this to dry. I was playing around with some clay, so that's coming next week. By the way, paper squishy week is coming to an end. Tomorrow will be the last one, but if you have other requests for future paper squishy videos or other ones, then definitely leave them down in the comments. I will be taking a break probably for the next week of these, just because I have a few other designs that I want to get going. So yeah, I'm trying to be posting every single day at the moment, just because I'm really enjoying being back on YouTube and just posting whatever I feel like posting. So if you have any requests, then definitely leave them down in the comments. Anyway, go back to the banana. I taped it once the paint was dry. Just laid down some just regular thick like sellotape, and then just cut around the edges to make some tabs and wrap that around to secure it. Once I had done 2 strips like that, I then stuffed the entire shape with some polyfill, then got some more tape, laid that down onto the top, and then cut around that. With the banana shape, this was a little bit harder to kind of get laying flat without any creases or anything, but just with some perseverance of just pushing each edge right up together and then taping like one piece at a time, I did get there. So once the paper squishy was done, as you can see, the little banana is now done. You could do whatever one you wanted. Like I said, I've done 6 designs on the front of my blind bag, which will give you some inspiration, but if you want to do your own fruit, then you can. You could even do a mystery one, like I think a lychee would be really cool. I think that will look adorable. I do have a little like clay lychee on my channel, like a tutorial, so that might give you some inspo of how that would look. But yeah, going back to the bag, because mine was already folded A4 piece of paper, I already had a fold in the bottom, so I only need to tape up both of the long sides. So I taped those up, making sure to like wrap the tape around those edges, press it all down and make sure they were fully secure, nice and neat. I did that on both of those edges, and then I added some tape throughout the center as well, because I hate it when the center of the bag isn't taped, because obviously the sides here, they look nice and shiny. Like I'll probably show you right here, like, but see how shiny that is there, like nice. But then if you don't do it on like the middle part as well, then you have a big strip. Like some people say just tape on the sides, and I'm like, no, I hate that. So I need to tape on all of it to make sure it's like a nice even coat. I found a good way to get rid of bubbles is just use a clay sculpting tool, just to press all those on, maybe even a squeegee or something, just to press all the bubbles out, press all the seams of the tape out, and that makes a nice smooth finish. So I've been doing that on all of mine recently and loving that. I then cut the excess tape off the top, popped my paper squishy inside, and then just taped that up. Obviously if you're doing multiple of these, then they'll all have different squishies inside. That will be fun. A mystery for someone else to open them, but we kind of know what's inside. But still, that's how I made the fruit blind bag. So here's the blind bag all done. Obviously I did the banana one in there, it is in there. The back I didn't bother doing because you never see that really anyway, but yeah, the banana is in there, nice and squishy. I'm going to be opening this up on a short, so when I film that next, I will leave it at the end of the video. Hopefully you do check that out on my shorts tab as well. Maybe you've come over here from that because you wanted to know how to make it. Anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and like this video on your way out, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Tomorrow is going to be the very last kind of paper squishy week squishy. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in for all of those, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye.